Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be the answer to our problems. We complain about the awards being trash every single year, how the voters get it messed up every single year. So we are going to take a stab today at fixing the last 10 NBA awards. MVP, DPOY, Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved, Coach of the Year. We're not doing Clutch of the Year. That award is still Mickey to me. I don't give a fuck about that award. Let's start off the 2024 NBA awards, starting with the MVP award. Nikola Jokic won it this year. Was he the rightful winner to you?
Say Yoki ho!
You already know, man. Obviously, this fraud isn't my MVP. But even on some non-troll stuff, Luka Doncic was clearly my MVP. And when I say clearly, I'm not saying like it was a runaway, but I'm saying like I think that he did obviously have the best NBA season. We claim to be these progressive fans. We claim to be these fans that will add context, look up the numbers, review situations, yada, yada, yada. Things are different. We done with the 90s. But then we had the most archaic mindset on this NBA MVP, in my personal opinion. When we look at things under our progressive lens, Luka Doncic, yes, he wasn't the 1 or 2 seed, but he was on a very much winning team, especially post-trade deadline. And in my personal opinion, clearly had the most impressive season. I think Luka, not by a landslide one, but I think Luka Doncic definitely should have had this MVP. Shout out to SGA and Jokic, though, all trolls aside. But yeah, nah, dog. Luka's my MVP.
I disagree. I think the rightful winner won it. Let me say this. It's a 1A, 1B situation to me. If you want to say Luka, I'm not about to fight you on it. I just feel like when it comes to this discussion this year, I feel like, honestly, we've taken for granted 26, 12, and 9 for what it is. On that crazy efficiency. They also had the #1 record in the West, second best record in the league. So I just feel like when you're talking about the most well-rounded candidate of a dude who is putting up the production and is winning, I just think Jokic is the best combination of that. But if you want to say, because Luka's stats are so much greater than Jokic, that the winning gap is kind of closed off, then I don't mind you going Luka. I feel like, I don't know, every time I talk about the MVP discussion this year, motherfuckers get on my head for forgetting about SGA. It's just to me, the argument that you have for SGA is very similar to the argument you have for Jokic. I just think Jokic put up better numbers, but SGA definitely has the turnaround team narrative of they went from a 10 seed to a 1 seed, like that argument for him. I just don't care about that when it comes to the MVP award. I'm just looking at this 82 game sample size on who was the best in this 82 game sample size. But nevertheless, other awards to go through. Rookie of the Year, no need to fix that. I don't think we need to discuss that.
No, please don't comment how Chet or Pods or B-Mills. No, come on, bro. Victor Wembanyama is by far and away the Rookie of the Year. Next award.
DPOY, Rudy Gobert won this award, and I'm gonna be honest, man, never had a problem with it, and don't have a problem with it now, especially with how this Minnesota Timberwolves are playing the playoffs. I understand it's an 82 game regular season sample size that we only have to look at for these awards, but I feel like in these playoffs, Rudy Gobert has definitely shown his value and why he deservedly, at the very least, is in the conversation, just being the anchor of the best defense in the league, a historic defense at that. Is nothing to scoff at. If you want to go Vic again, I'm cool with it, but nah, Rudy got my vote.
All right, so I know you cool with it. I'm going Victor Wembanyama. Nah, Vic all day, every day for me at least. I'm sorry. We've seen Rudy Gobert go crazy in this postseason. We've also seen J-Mac. We've also seen Nikhil Alexander-Walker. We've also seen Karl Anthony Towns. People are finally accepting that he's good at defense. Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves are a great defensive team. So statistically, and again, historically, it's not that much you say for Victor Wembanyama winning. Apparently, this season, people are bringing up the on or off numbers for the DPOY. I'm not saying that's entirely new, but the did that come from? So I don't know. But for me, I had Victor Wembanyama. I think he was easily the most impressive defensive player this season. Yes, he is a rookie, but damn it, I do not care. He was that damn good. He was that special to me. I have Vic here.
Next up, Sixth Man of the Year went to Nas Reed, and I believe when we did our season awards, I think we both had Bogey. I feel like Bogey got snubbed, even in hindsight. But I'm not mad at Nas Reed. I'm not mad at any of these players, to be honest with you. I think 1 through 5, you can make a case for every single one of them. But yeah, Nas Reed and Malik Monk specifically, I'm not mad at this.
I think I might have said Nas, but I might have went Bogdanovich as well. That's kind of going to show you that, to be honest, bro, we weren't really like 10 toes on 6 man of the year. I'm always a little bit male in this award because it's the 6 man of the year award. But regardless, Big Nas, never the little one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus Nas. And Jokic is a lie. He is 69 God. Stupid like a merchant need to stay their ass inside. Roll their ass up like a fresh pack of za. We outside.
Yo, Chad, he is so happy, bro.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Most improved player went to Tyrese Maxey. This was actually controversial this year. Like, a lot of people really thought Kobe White should have won. And I believe when we had our season awards, it did come down to these two. And I think I went Tyrese Maxey. It was close, though. You know what I hate about these awards? I might have won Kobe. I just hate the discussion with these awards. Like, when someone loses by like 14 points, now they got robbed. Like, bro, it's a close fucking race, dog. Like, it's not like everyone just fucking ignored this player's season. But I don't know, dude.
Yeah, even during my soliloquy, editor, do me a favor. Just put the voting back on the screen to remind them that, yes, Kobe White only lost this award by 14 points. Dog, it's that close. There's no slander. There's no sleeping on another player. I told my joke today. I didn't pay attention to the Bulls, and I wasn't joking. I didn't. But I do acknowledge the improvement Kobe White made. The question for this award, in my personal opinion, has always come down to two kinds of players. The Kobe White season and the Tyrese Maxey season. And I've always sided more religiously with the Tyrese Maxey season in the sense of, yes, it's not like a 10-point, 12-point improved season, but we've seen a guy go from like a cool level to a different fucking level. Like he was good. Maxey was never ass. Maxey was never bad. Hell, you could have think Maxey was like a fringe all-star guy. Maxey looking like, yeah, the only reason he won't get all-stars now is because the league is fucking stacked at guard. But and that's kind of like you're like, there's a noticeable difference between, what is it, 84 overall Tyrese Maxey and Maxey that probably is like a 90 or 89 type shit. So I think that's like the debate. I've typically sided on that, but Souls had Kobe White in the last video. I'm pretty sure. If I'm lying on his name, I apologize. I know our co-host Damo did. I know Omar did on Keep It a Buck. I see the Kobe argument for sure. I'm not mad at it, but yeah, I personally typically side with like the all-star to superstar jump more than I do the scrub to damn, he pretty good jump.
Yeah, not to echo everything that you said, but just the jump from being good to great. Again, maybe I actually did vote for Kobe. Well, I don't know. Yeah, no. The jump from good to great to me is just because motherfuckers, like, just in life, like, people reach plateaus, and for people to break certain plateaus, and I think that's the marker of this award. Because obviously motherfuckers reach plateaus and break through it. But Tyrese Maxey going from cool to 26 points a game, to me, is a like, I understand the difference isn't going from 9 to 19, but the things that you need to do to jump from 18, 19 to 26, because averaging 26 means on an average night, you're getting 26. A bad night for you is now 22, and a great night for you now is 30, 32. You're capable of putting up 40 probably like once a month. So I think that Tyrese Maxey developing into that player is more impressive to me. So long story short, I don't think we need to fix this one. I think this went to the right player. Or not a player that at the very least you shouldn't rage about. Like, no one got robbed, in my opinion.
By the way, I just checked it. Even in the video, I didn't even go Maxey. I went J-Dub. I just think, hey, man, it's crazy, man. But yeah, like these awards, shout out to you. Bezos did go Kobe White, by the way. But yeah, even in this conversation, I went J-Dub. So I even, at the time, was on the side of like the Kobe White guys, and I just picked a different name. So it's a very interesting award. I know that kind of makes me sound like ridiculously hypocritical, but nah, in hindsight, I typically do pick the Maxey archetype more. So I don't know, maybe just different take that day.
And last but not least, Coach of the Year this season went to Mark Daigneault. Do we have any problems with that?
No, obviously, hell no. I did have the cocky son of a bitch, Mike Malone, having this award. And he is a cocky coach, by the way, Nuggets fans. Like, I've been trolling you, but my God, if you can't admit that, what are we talking about? But no, I gave it to Mike. I ain't gonna lie. Mike Malone, he definitely, in my opinion, was Coach of the Year, but I'm not mad at Mark Daigneault. remotely.
Yeah, not mad at it as well. Moving on to the 2023 NBA awards. The MVP of this season was Joel Embiid. A controversial one because a lot of people, including myself, felt as if Nikola Jokic should have won MVP this season, and a lot of it was just voter fatigue. Sage, do you still feel the same way in 2024?
Souls can't say it, I will.
Here, nigga, damn!
This is a Here Nigga Damn Award in 4K. I don't have amnesia, and I'm wearing a Lakers jersey talking about Yoki Ho. And I can admit this was kind of nasty. Not that Joel Embiid didn't have a case. He won the fucking award. But I think this was like an easy 1-to-1 type situation. Now I know y'all gonna hit me with, but doing your Luka take. First of all, Luka averaged 9 assists. Fraud. Second of all shit aside, he ain't Luka. Yeah. But seriously, I had Jokic this season.
Yeah, I had Jokic this season as well. I just felt like people really wanted to give Joel Embiid an award because of the stats he was putting up, which I guess kind of goes into the hypocrisy of the Luka conversation this season. I don't know. Like I said, bro, understand that we're being progressive, and I am for being the change that you want to be, but I also think it legitimately got motherfuckers confused now because there's no consistency with how people vote the award. So now it's, wait, but this year wasn't, but that year wasn't. So I don't know. To me, I just vividly remember the conversations we were having last year, and Jokic was definitely my MVP. I think he put up better numbers.
Like, as efficient as Joel even was, I think for me, because you would argue the same efficiency gap between Luka and Jokic this season, that's fine. I think Jokic was like 1 of 1 efficient this season. Does that say 63%? like that? Like, that's what I'm saying. For me, it wasn't even about what Luka this year and then Joel last year. If I have to somewhat actually take this topic serious and really talk to you niggas, this season I think Jokic was just special. To be blunt, I think 2023-24, Jokic is cool. Jokic is coasting a little bit. The season prior when he lost to Embiid, this motherfucker didn't miss. Literally.
Yeah, nah. That guy was insane. But nevertheless, MVP award, we both believe it should have went to Jokic. Rookie of the year went to Paolo. I don't think there's any debate there.
Yeah, Rookie of the year's been easy past couple years.
Yeah. DPOY went to Triple J. Let me tell you, man, 2 of the DPOYs that in history, we are just going to be like, damn. Like, what the fuck? The Triple J DPOY and the Marcus Smart DPOY, dog.
Hey. We can call it out now. We can say y'all just be trying to acknowledge different defensive players, man. These DPOYs weak. Braun should have had more. Shit, Kobe. I didn't do all that. Dwight should have had more. Hey, man, but seriously, in this year, I mean, I do like Draymond this season, but I probably gotta say, yeah, this probably gotta go to Triple J. Objectively, I'll make the boring Will actually pick because I don't think Brook Lopez was impressive enough really to get the 300, but I see it. But I had Triple J.
I just think the other players didn't have like an extremely outstanding season to really like contest Triple J, and when Triple J was being the anchor of, was it a top 5 defense, leading the league in blocks? Like, when it comes to the DPOY, that's just a recipe for success when you're the anchor of a top defense that's also winning. So Triple J, honestly don't have a problem with it, but it's like, damn. All of these great defenders that we're talking about right now just wasn't in the conversation. I think AD was injured this season too, so AD might have got it if he was healthy. So, yeah, because he's not in these votings whatsoever.
AD shouldn't have been that low this season, but that's a different subject for a different day. And which award, MVP or DPOY?
Yes.
And then Coach of the Year for this season went to Mike Brown. This was the Sacramento Kings come out party season, and I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, that's a layup line. I gotta say the Kings. If I said something different back then, hey, you know what? Niggas grow up. I literally got nothing. I got nothing for the Kings. Maybe it's inconsistent on my end to talk about season turnarounds, but nah, that was a hell of a coaching job.
6th man of the year, Malcolm Brogdon. This is definitely a no one cares about because we never talk about Malcolm Brogdon winning. We don't talk about the awards last season. I feel like, I don't know.
We don't talk about the awards Malcolm Brogdon wins.
Oh damn.
It's like, let me stop. Shout out Malcolm Brogdon, man. See. That's karma. I'm coughing. That's karma. I'm fucking with you, gang. For this, I guess though. Seriously, I'm not a 6 man a year guy. Typically, I'm a try my best not to keep echoing that because I don't want to sully the video for you. But for me, I don't have a problem with Malcolm Brogdon getting that, especially for a team like Boston. But yeah, shout out quickly, I guess.
Yeah, most improved went to Lauri Markkanen this season. I don't have a problem. I think this is when Lauri jumped from like 17 to 26. Yeah, he jumped from 15 points a game to 26 points a game. So he had all the arguments for him this season. I think this is also the season SGA leaped from 25 to 31, which again is a crazy leap. I do think that's a really impressive leap, which is why the voting was the way that it was. But nah, Lauri jumping from 15 to 26 is crazy. I don't have a problem with this.
If I said Lauri last season, and I guess I've evolved, because I ain't gonna lie. If I were to vote right now, I'm picking SGA. Not only did he have the 7-point jump from 24 to 31, dog, 51 from the field, 34 from 3, 90 from the free throw. I know 34 from 3 is not your glorious king of 40%, y'all, but obviously he ate a senzu bean this season. SGA was crazy, man. But Lauri is pretty damn good. 26 points per game is not a situation where you're just a good role player. That's a guy that you could damn near build around for sure. So I literally would fucking flip a coin.
2022 NBA awards. Nikola Jokic actually wins MVP this season. Do we have a problem with that?
Nah, spoiler. Won't have a problem for any remaining Jokic MVP. Nah, not this season. I think this was pretty concrete in my personal opinion. This was before the voter fatigue. He was more efficient than Joel. Did he win more games than Giannis? I want to double check that. But I don't think Giannis was heavily in this discussion for me, even though I did bring him up on the latter half of the season. And then guys like Devin Booker, I think people were just trying to throw names at the wall.
Yeah, this was the season where MPJ only played 9 games and Jamal Murray was out too.
Oh, yeah.
And the Nuggets won 48 games. Jokic put up 27, 14, and 8 on this crazy efficiency. I don't have a problem with this award, but I feel like this was the start of. But Embiid won more games. Don't y'all want Embiid to have a higher seed? I think that's when that started.
Mind you, the top 2 candidates were a 4 seed and a 6 seed, but Luka, because he's I hate you niggas. I hate you guys.
Rookie of the year this season was Scotty Barnes after averaging 15, 8, and 4. Followed up by Evan Mobley, very close behind, 15, 8, and 3. Again, I don't have a problem with this.
Yeah, I was debating a comment section guy about Paolo versus Scotty Barnes in their rookie season, and as petty as I want to be, nah, I got Scotty here, so I'm not mad at it. Even though I definitely still like Evan Mobley more as a player, I just literally was rooting for him since he got drafted. I'm not mad at it, not at all. No complaints out of me.
DPOY went to Marcus Smart, but let me just say this, man. I'm looking at this voting. Motherfuckers did not know who DPOY was, dog. Look at this, bro. There's 5 people that got like 10 plus first place votes, and then Marcus Smart just had 37 points. This is one of the most interesting DPOY, and you got Giannis behind here too.
Votes, yeah.
So it's a toss up to really who's just your preference. My preference is Marcus Smart, so I don't have a problem with this. Me personally.
Well, the Laker fan in me won't let me say all that. I'm gonna go with Big Cal, never the little one. Hell
that
yeah.
guy?
Yeah. That guy. Yes, sir.
Oh, God.
Falling on these hoes and will follow. Balling like I'm on a blogger. Every time. Hey, man. Nevada Cal should have had DPOY.
6th man of the year went to Tyler Hero this season after averaging 21 points, followed up by 33-year-old Kevin Love?
Yeah, he should have won unanimously next. I'm not gonna lie. I actually vividly remember this. Like, how the hell did who was 3rd? Yeah, I was like, how the hell did Cameron Johnson get a vote? And I'm not gonna lie. Not that Cam Johnson sucks, but no.
Most improved went to John Morant this season, followed by DeJounte Murray, pretty close behind him. Darius Garland, pretty close behind him. So really close race this season. I don't have a problem.
You know me. You know. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I can't wait for Ja to fuck shit up in 2025. Oh my God. All it takes is a nigga to sit down for one season. Y'all get amnesia. Lord, can't wait for it. Of course I'm cool with Ja winning this.
Yeah, I'm cool with Ja winning this as well. I do think from a pure improvement standpoint, it's the same argument we had with Maxey and Kobe White this season. Because when people were talking about this season's NBA awards, they brought up John Morant winning most improved as to why the most improved award sucks. But I don't got a problem with it, bro. Coach of the year this season went to Monty Williams.
I don't have too much of a problem with it, considering they just dwarfed everybody. To be honest with you, they fucking cooked the shit out of everyone else. So I'm looking at the season prior to. There's not really a team outside of maybe the Toronto Raptors that you want to go ahead and give that to Nurse. But in terms of like elite in general, nah, I'll probably go Monty.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. The 22 Suns might be the most disrespected
Fever Dream ass team, yeah.
Disrespected Fever Dream ass one, because that's a 64 win team in the West too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like the Celtics this season, 64 team in the weak ass. 64 wins in the West, and motherfuckers do not care. That's tough. That's tough right there, man.
You want to know why they don't care?
It's Luka!
Yeah, Luka. Damn, Luka ruined y'all. Luka ruined y'all.
Sure did. Sure did. Hell yeah.
2021, Nikola Jokic wins his first of many MVPs. Damn near, is this damn near unanimous? It's pretty much damn near unanimous.
It's pretty damn near unanimous. Was this that weird season where people brought up Chris Paul, or was that the year before?
Chris Paul got a couple first place votes, so it might have been this season. Because this was the first Phoenix Suns year, and they went to the finals.
Yeah. Because this is Jokic's back-to-back. Yeah, so this is the year. Yeah, shout out to one of my friends that genuinely sat there and said this season that Chris Paul should have won over Jokic, and then Embiid was second. That's a take that someone said, ladies and gentlemen. Being said, for me, I think it should have been unanimous, even though there were arguments for other people. Jokic had that in the bag. Even when you're looking at it, yes, Joel Embiid, he took a Super Saiyan leap, kind of like how Jokic did. Jokic just took his Super Saiyan leap first, in my opinion, in the sense of, dog, I mean, what are we looking at? The more efficient player did more for his team. What next? I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm looking at these numbers. It was another crazy carry job by Jokic. A lot of injuries. Jamal Murray only played 48. MPJ played 61. Guys like, just a bunch of injuries on this team. And then from a statistical standpoint, 3 less points on better efficiency, equal rebounding, leaps and bounds better passer. And then at that point, I understand Joel Embiid is better defensively, but the offensive gap is such a wash. That's always going to be the argument for Jokic. That has been the case for the last 4 years. This dude is an MVP cheat code. I cannot lie. You can either carry or lead a team to like top seeds in the West. Like
Jokic, now that we're done with the Jokic era, mild spoiler, Jokic is always going to be in these races, dog. He's designed to. He's on a team where Jamal Murray, especially after this postseason, that fucking Laker merchant, Michael Porter Jr., there are two names that we recognize are good. Hell, we even recognize that the team is good, but they're not star players necessarily, in the sense of there'll never be an argument against the award, if that makes sense. So you have that going for him, but yet the offense is such a reliant on his play. He'll always be in these awards unless the Nuggets just stop winning. So yeah, Jokic is going to be in these conversations with a very scary, similar argument year after year after year. And it's just going to be a matter of voter fatigue, or sometimes where he legit doesn't win, but a good amount of awards that he doesn't win, probably going to be voter fatigue.
Rookie of the year this season went to LaMelo Ball, followed by Anthony Edwards, and then Tyrese Halliburton, and then Sadiq Bey.
Remember Sadiq Bey's rookie season? For me, LaMelo got it. I know that sounds crazy because everybody going by Big Reese, and Ant is my glorious king right now. But I got Melo. I had Melo back then. I still have Melo now.
Yeah, just pure rookie season. LaMelo deserved it. Hindsight's 2020. But defensive player of the year, the Nikola Jokic's of DPOYs, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have the defensive rating. He's not gonna be on a bad team because teams recognize he can't just be the solo good defender on the squad anymore. But we about to get to some years where he was, which is crazy. At this point, though, yeah, I hear Draymond and Ben, but I think I didn't even have a problem. I think I even selected Rudy Gobert here. So, yeah, Rudy got it.
We might honestly just have to have a discussion about how many all-time great defenders there are in, like, these last 5 years. And maybe it's because we're in the offensive era and defensive players can't really shine like that. But I feel like that may have something to do with how many DPOYs Rudy Gobert has won, the Marcus Smart DPOY, even the Triple J DPOY. But I think this season, I've never had a problem with Rudy Gobert winning DPOYs with how impactful he is on like elite defenses. So that's just me though.
Shout out to Bam and Giannis, by the way. They've been in like the top 5 of these lists the entire time. I don't know if y'all have noticed it. I don't know if it's been on the screen. Bam and Giannis have been there the entire time. If their offensive responsibilities weren't so high, they'd probably capture more.
Sixth man of the year went to Filipino legend Jordan Jordan Clarkson. I don't got a problem with it. He's Filipino, man.
Man, get that shit to Brunson. Agenda pushes.
Now, this race is looking crazy, though. Hold on. Joe
this race
Ingles
is
was second.
crazy, yeah.
Dallas got 2 guys back-to-back right here, and then there's just D-Rose in the middle.
One first place vote. Of course he did. Never mind. That was crazy. Shout out Derrick Rose. Dallas got themselves hold because obviously who was the 6th man? For me, I probably got Clarkson now. I ain't mad at it.
Most improved went to Julius Randle this season. Damn near unanimously, man.
What I'm about to say sounds crazy, but this is the season where people will sat here, B-Souls, Chris Bosh or Julius Randle.
Omar started that shit.
He sure did. He sure did, man. Chris Bosh and Julius Randle was a take. That's how impressive the world was around Julius Randle. I know nowadays he's Julius Foulius. I know even in this season, the playoffs, he becomes Julius Foulius. But nah. Julius Randle definitely deserves this award.
That's when I tossed Omar the 10-day contract. I'm like, ooh, we need this.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Randle, I don't got a problem, man. Randle, I think we're going to look back at Randle and say, damn, I think we overhated Randle, man, because I think he was the start of the snowball for the New York Knicks, and no one really gives him enough credit for that, man, but it's cool.
Fell off the next season. Shout out, JB.
All right, here you go. Coach of the year this season, controversially, actually went to Tom Thibodeau, but Monty Williams had more first place votes than Tom Thibodeau. That's a very rare thing to happen.
Yeah, because they both had a scary similar argument. So it was a matter of which one impressed you more. If you remember, I think the Suns literally were fresh off of the bubble hype, being undefeated in the bubble, and then coming back and actually being a good team. The Knicks, I think they were technically worse. I'm about to pull it up right now. Yeah, the Knicks were worse. The Knicks had 21 wins the year prior. So it was literally a same story, different dance. I understand why it even looks this way because Monty was a 2 seed. I would have given this to Monty. This is gonna be the Mickiest argument I make this video.
Monty was robbed.
By 2 points.
In his favor.
By 11 points. Yeah, by two first place votes in his favor. He was robbed. I ain't gonna lie. If we're gonna say that Julius Randle was the most improved player, sounds Mick, but that's how I'm giving that bitch to Monty. That's how I'm giving that bitch to Monty. Not a good argument, but it's an argument that I'm gonna make. I don't know. I'm just more impressed with being a 2 seed. I guess the Knicks were more out of nowhere though, so there's a good argument.
I think historically speaking, the coach of the year has always gone to like who had the greater turnaround season. I think let me look back. So in 2020, the Knicks were a 21-win team, and they jumped to a 4 seed, and they gained 20 wins in both shortened seasons, by the way. So just put that a little bit into context. That's a little bit more impressive than what meets the eye. Then the Phoenix Suns in the tougher Western Conference went from a 34-win team to a 2 seed at 51. So bigger difference on the other side of things, I believe. I think that the thing is the Phoenix Suns, especially with how they played in the bubble, I think a lot of people, kind of similar to OKC this season, is like, okay, they're about to have a season this coming up, and then they added Chris Paul, so that just bolstered that argument even more. I do think Tom Thibodeau got more out of the pieces that he got and overachieved more, so I'm gonna give it to Tom Thibodeau.
That's a fantastic argument.
The 2020 awards, finally,
my favorite season.
Finally, not this Jokic guy in the top 5. Gee.
Yeah, put that shit back in America. Oh, Giannis won? Oh.
Yeah, Giannis won MVP this season, and I'm going to keep it a stack. I don't disagree with it, but it should have been unanimous.
Psych, you should have been LeBron. Nah, it's really Giannis. I ain't gonna lie. I'm wearing the LeBron jersey. It should have went to Giannis. For one word, defense. Not that Bron was trash. Not that Bron doesn't have offensive numbers that obviously rival it. But if you're going to already see somebody average more points, be more efficient, get a fuck ton of rebounds, show a similar Bron rebounding to Giannis assist ratio, and then be in DPOY talks. Giannis got it. Should have been unanimous, gang.
Not just DPOY talks, actually winning that shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say, mild spoiler. The talks were serious.
Yeah, the argument I always bring up for this season is like literally just take the dick out your mouth and close your eyes. Okay, pause.
What?
And no, hear me out. Take the dick out your mouth, close your eyes, and just think to yourself: if LeBron James averaged 30 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, and played DPOY level defense, and won 60 plus games, damn near on pace for 70 if it wasn't for the break. Would you give LeBron James the unanimous MVP this season?
No, because he lost to Kobe on that weekend. And Kobe beat his ass that weekend. So I would have given it to Kobe.
Nah, dude. That weekend. You know that weekend, and then Rachel Nichols going on air talking about, but LeBron, like, he has to carry the Lakers after Kobe's death. So that, like, come on, dog. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't even hear that before.
Crazy reaches. Nevertheless, I don't got a problem with Giannis winning that shit. Rookie of the year went to Ja Morant. If second
This
place
should
is
have been
Kendrick Nunn,
unanimous.
come on, dog.
Yeah, I don't need to talk about that. This should have been unanimous. I look, someone was eating gumbo. That's all that was. I don't know how the hell Zion got a vote.
I think it was on some, like, when he was healthy, he was the best one, but wasn't healthy enough.
Nigga, we're healthy. Someone thought the rookie of the year played 24 games.
Yeah, it should have been unanimous.
That doesn't make sense.
Defensive player of the year went to Giannis this season, followed up by Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, and Bam. I don't have a problem with it. That was a historic defense.
Yeah, I have zero issue with Giannis winning because, I mean, dog, I'm not a defensive guy. Bezos knows I hate defensive stats. Dog, their defensive rating was a 97. That's crazy. So I like, what the fuck are we doing? It didn't have to be unanimous, and it wasn't, because Anthony Davis was fantastic in 2020.
I also think, like, with these awards, what I've been saying is, like, I think what's more important is being like perennial top 4, top 5 finishes. And in DPOY, I've seen a couple names that just regularly are on there.
Bam is here again.
Bam is here again. Giannis is here again. AD, Gobert, and I've been seeing Draymond here a decent amount, but I think this was the season he was injured as well. I think that's a true marker of greatness. Like, that's why awards matter to me. It's just we get to see, like, you know what I'm saying, these top 10s in these awards, and we can see who's been really valuable, really good at their position for long periods of time. That's the important part about the voting to me. Sixth man of the year this season went to Montrezl Harrell, followed up by Dennis Schroeder and then Lou Will.
I wish it went to Dennis Schroeder, bro. We signed him too. Oh my God, I wish it went to Lou Williams, man. Cause holy shit, could have went to like Nas. Could have went to Dwight. Cause why did we have? Oh, we signed both to 6 man a year. I don't care. Next subject. Oh my God, this was the downfall.
I was being nasty with y'all that season, man. How was this not a super team?
Oh my God. Oh, I hate it here.
Yeah, man. I don't have a problem with Montrezl Harrell, or whatever Flight calls him.
4K Trez for the TSO fans that hope I said it, man. I could have my day ones for the win.
Yeah. Honestly, probably should have went to Schroeder, though. I can't lie. Schroeder was killing it that season. Most improved went to Brandon Ingram, followed by Bam closely behind him. And then Luka, because Luka went from like 20 to 30 this season.
My glorious king got robbed because y'all were still xenophobic.
It probably should have went to Luka, but I think Luka, it was the jump from a rookie to a sophomore season. I think that's what really like hold him. But if this was a jump from a second year to a third year player, I think it honestly should have, could have, or probably would have went to Luka if that was the case. But everyone was like, it's just a rookie making a sophomore leap. Between Brandon Ingram and Bam, though, I don't got a problem with either. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm looking at a lot of these awards, man. These voters ain't that bad. Hot take of the week, man. These voters ain't that bad, dog.
Oh, they gonna try to bring the pitchforks out for you, souls.
I'm just saying they getting the names right a lot of the time, dog. Like, oh my God, like I'm looking at these. We're trying to fix these awards, and there's a lot of I see it. Like, come on, dog.
Hey, comment below if Vsauce is officially become a casual to you or not. But no, I'm dead ass. Luka got robbed. Like he was in the, like, scroll up the MVP or editor, put up the MVP voting again. Yeah. yeah, he right there. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, this thing got robbed.
Stop it. It was a 2-man race, and it shouldn't have even been a 2-man race.
Agenda push.
This is crazy. All right, Coach of the Year went to Nick Nurse this season. This was the season where Kawhi left, and then the Raptors still won like 60 games, I believe.
Correct. 53.
Yeah, and that was in a shortened season, so they probably should have won like 56, 57. Once again, proving my point, I don't got a problem with it.
Yeah, it's actually low-key proving you crazy, right? Because they got the top 3 right. If you remember OKC's situation in this season, yeah, OKC belong to be here for sure. We already talked about the Bucks defense being fucking cracked. So Coach Bud definitely deserved to be here as well. And then Nick Nurse, obviously, what the formula has been for the past couple of years is compared to last season, ... And Nick Nurse easily has the best argument for that.
2019, the MVP went to Giannis this season, followed by James Harden. This was another controversial MVP win because James Harden averaged 36 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists, and did not win the award. Do you think he got robbed?
No, because in this situation, offensively, you could go, but Luka, any other season where someone had 30 points or whatever. Mind you, I didn't even pick Curry in 21, I believe. But it's kind of reminiscent of that. 1, Giannis is just scarily more efficient. But 2, hey, you can't be more efficient and then again in DPOY talks and tell me that someone who is clearly less efficient than you, he's not averaging crazy standards, but that's how the league has changed, right? He's not averaging 10 assists or anything of that nature. Hell, Giannis is averaging 6 to Harden 7.5. So, yeah, I have Giannis here. Not by a landslide, but I didn't really get the argument for who wins, if that makes sense.
Hypocrite alert, chat. The Luka argument for Luka this season is damn near the exact same this season. You are just nitpicking between 10 assists and 7.5 and the efficiency gap. But at the end of the day, James Harden was the dude who was carrying his team more, who put up better numbers, and Giannis was the dude who didn't put up better numbers, but had the winning argument on his side. But Giannis was my MVP this season, and Jokic is my MVP this season, so I am consistent.
I hate when you guys do this. Not B-Souls. Anybody that... Editor, side by side, Luka's numbers and Harden's numbers. Luka Doncic is the greatest player of all time. It's a different. It's him. It's him. There's no comparison. There is no comparing them. Luka is him. That's a massive difference. 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 7.5 assists to 9 and should have been 10. Not to mention he's more efficient. What are we doing? Especially when Jokic can't play defense. We seen that in the postseason, buddy. So, like I said, maybe you want to ignore the defensive impact of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So who put up better numbers between these two? Who had the statistical argument? Yes.
On offense?
Overall.
Oh, overall?
Yes.
Factoring defense as well? Oh, you're nasty. I'm not counting this steals per game shit with you, bro.
No, you don't. You don't have to look at the steals per game. Just overall, who had the better statistical argument?
I think but I've never been pure statistics, but I think that statistically speaking, it's very, very, very close, obviously. I would probably still side with Giannis for the sake of, I don't think 36, 6, 7.5 on 44, 36 dwarfs the 28, 12.5, and 6. Also getting a block and a half a game, in my personal opinion. But I'm more than just stats.
This is
I've
crazy.
always been like, you're trying to put me in a corner, but I'm being dangerously consistent here. I factor more than just that. I've already talked about why I argued Giannis winning for defensive reasons. You then go, take away the defensive reason, who wins now? I think it's much closer if you do that. I think it's a fuck ton closer if you do that. But even if we're going to compare Luka to Jokic here, again, Luka shot 48% from the field. I think it's a massive difference when you're shooting 48% from the field and have a higher volume, or 49% really, versus 44.
Man, what's the true shooting percentage, bro?
God.
What's the true? That's the real marker of efficiency. If we're really talking about ball for real, man. Hold on, let me look this up.
Actually, I believe in EFG because I don't really care about free throws.
61.7 for Luka, and then Harden this season on higher volume, by the way.
Oh God.
In 2019, 61.6 to 61.
He's a better free throw shooter than Luka
Harden
Doncic.
was more efficient.
He's a better free throw shooter.
Chad.
And this is why you
Talk
don't
to me,
let.
Chad.
And this
Talk
right
to
here
me.
is why. This right here is why I joined YouTube. This right here, because you niggas would let B-Souls in the Twitter space. You would let Eli get away with shit like this. Don't let these advanced stat nerd guys dismay you with stats. God damn it. Free throw percentage is a huge factor. Luka can't make free throws. My glorious king.
That's
He
the
has an
hardest
Achilles
problem.
heel.
That's the hardest problem.
Okay, pull up the EFG.
All right, EFG.
I didn't even see the EFG. I didn't even see the EFG. This is blind.
EFG, 57% for Luka, and then for Harden in 2019,
Yes, sir.
54.
Yes, sir. Oh, so who's better there?
So we're just taking free throws at the game? Did you just say it was a problem that I took out defense for Giannis? Come on, doggy.
But that's what I'm saying.
Come on, Cody.
No, doggy.
This
no,
is crazy.
doggy.
This is crazy, bro.
Don't speak on the goat knee, Cody.
Nah, man. Just stay
Hey,
consistent, man. That's all I'm asking.
Comment
man.
below.
God.
Okay, so I'm not consistent. In 2021-22, I didn't pick Joel Embiid. In 2021, I didn't pick Joel Embiid nor Curry.
You should have. You should have. That's the point. You should have.
There's a difference.
No, there isn't. The point is the dude that's carrying his worst team
my
and
God.
putting up better numbers, Mr. Carry Job, wasn't your man's until it was your man's.
He belittled my argument. Chat, do not fall for
God,
this.
bro.
He belittled my argument to one sentence, one headline, and said, fuck it. I gave a specific reason as to why Giannis wins this time. And he said, no. He literally said, no, bro. We're talking just numbers. I said that's not the case. He is trying to ridicule my name. Hashtag
Justice for Sage.
All right, man. We got some more litmus tests for this guy. It's cool though, chat. It's cool. Rookie of the year went to Luka.
my boy.
Come on, let's
Now, what
move
you gotta
on.
say? Yeah.
Nothing to say. DPOY went to Rudy Gobert, followed up by Giannis this season, and then Paul George.
I think I had Giannis this year. Rudy Gobert's Rudy Gobert. He's always going to be here. I think this was a situation where he had more impact on his team, though, so fair enough. But I don't know why. I think I'm just stating. I think I had Giannis this year. But I don't care.
These couple of years, Rudy and Giannis was going back and forth with the DPOY. So again, they got the names right. It's just whoever you prefer between whatchamacallit, a very elite rim protector and a guy that's more so a roamer than a rim protector. Sixth man of the year went to Lou Will, followed by Domantas Sabonis, and then Montrezl Harrell.
Should have been unanimous. Lou Will kind of dwarfs.
Yeah, Lou Will was like on some best player on the team type of shit this season as a
Lou
sixth
kinda
man.
dwarfs. You have to remember, even if you're looking at the stats and being dismayed, Bezos kind of implied it. You have to remember what type of team this Clippers team was. This was the We Believe Clips. This was the Clippers team where, hey, we got the deepest roster in the league now, really. But like that's what they were playing as. So 6 man a year, Lou Will was like literally their sixth starter. So like his numbers look a little bit off efficiency-wise because he truly was that impactful to the team.
Most improved went to Pascal Siakam this season, followed by D'Lo. This was 2019. This was Brooklyn
Oh,
D'Lo.
yeah.
I can't hate too much, man. I can't hate too much.
I might have to get at the D-Lo, man. That's all biased, too. I ain't gonna front. That season, legendary memes, legendary. That Nets team was my favorite teams of all time. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna have to go D'Lo, man. Just cause. Honestly, I don't care about the award that much. But yeah, just cause, man. D'Lo 3-low, man. When everyone was on his side. God. The coach of the year went to Mike Budenholzer this season after leading the Bucks to their first 61 team in a long time, followed by Doc Rivers and the carry job that he got, and then Mike Malone. I think a lot of people forget that the Nuggets have been good since 2019. But that's another side note. I don't have a problem with Mike Budenholzer getting this award. I think the turnaround that they had. Because I think in 2018, they were like a 7-8 seed. Transforming that to a 61 team in a matter of a season is hella impressive. So 2018, James Harden wins this award, followed by LeBron James and then Anthony Davis. But if y'all remember, it really was a two-man race, between James Harden and LeBron. Sage, another controversial MVP discussion. Who did you have this year?
Hell yeah. This one was very controversial, and this is one I go back to time in and time out because I definitely remember in the moment, oh yeah, James Harden. But over time, the NBA fans, let alone myself, I must admit, we've been going back and being like, damn, it could have been LeBron. It really could have been LeBron. But I think it was this was a good old case of winner diff. Harden had 65 wins. LeBron had like what? Oh, he had 50. Funny enough, he had 50 wins. 50 wins to the 65. I think this is a good case of winner diff here. Hey, this
Do
is
you
this is one
agree,
of the
though?
races over time. Back then, I sure did. Now I have no idea. Like if this was voting, because you have to be somewhat relative to time here because discussions around the award changed and narratives about how we view the awards changed. That's why I was heavy on Luka this season because we were talking about having this progressive mindset. And this was kind of like a reset to the Russ season. But if this happened in like 2025, hey, I might go Bron, dog. This 50 wins ain't nothing to snarl at to just be a better player.
In the weak East?
To be, he's a better player, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? He had damn near the same amount of points, passed better, rebounded better, defended better. We all know he defended better, and he was more efficient. Oh, what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, except the true shooting, because the free throw diff. But
Yeah, nah. I didn't have a problem with James Harden this season at all. Like I said, I'm being consistent. No. I didn't say it was about you. I'm just saying me. I'm being consistent.
Okay.
I am always gonna give it to the guy who's putting up really good numbers, like really, really good numbers, and also winning. You know what I'm saying? And the argument for LeBron averaging more assists, more rebounds, to me, I can't lie. When these rebounds really are like uncontested rebounds, I don't really care about that. And then from a passing perspective, LeBron and James Harden, I'm gonna be honest, y'all forget how good of a passer James Harden is too. So I would still say LeBron's a better passer, but 0.3 assist gap not moving me. Scoring gap not moving me, especially when you look at true shooting percentage, not moving me whatsoever. And then the other team won 15 more games in a tougher Western Conference. I don't have a problem with James Harden winning this year.
That's very impressive. I had Harden winning at this point in time for a reason.
Yeah, it's not a 6-win gap like this season. It's 15 in a tougher Western Conference. So yeah, James Harden this season, no problem with that. Rookie of the year went to Benjamin Simmons, followed by D. Mitch. Another controversial one. Yeah, I remember the season, man. The Donovan Mitchell was the winning dude, and actually they were both winning. That's what really cooked Donovan Mitchell.
Fucking weird, yeah. For me, I like Don more. I eternally like Don more, and for the history books, we're gonna wish that Donovan Mitchell got this award, but I had Ben. I can't lie, I had Ben. I think this is where Ben, he was good. Ben was never asked because he was always like 6'10" point guard. Of course he can guard guards. But he was obviously a good defender as well. Significantly more efficient. This was when Ben Simmons wasn't like OD pussy. He just didn't shoot the ball literally, but he would go up, make layups, sometimes even contested, dunk the ball, have some damn near dunks of the night on any given night. So yeah, Ben Simmons. I'm not gonna sleep on how good Ben Simmons was in his rookie season. Ben Simmons.
Oh yeah, I think Donovan Mitchell. The argument for him was he was doing more with less. Like he was thrusted in as the number one option out the gate in a tougher Western Conference, and he was balling the fuck out. Inefficient, but with context, he was balling the fuck out.
Yeah, rookie of the year ain't never been an efficiency award.
Yeah, it's always been a statistics award, and when you got a guy not even averaging, just a clearly better defender, rebounder, passer, and then the scoring gap is 16 to 21 points a game. Nah, you give that to Ben Simmons.
But the true shooting though, 56 from the free throw line.
Defensive Player of the Year went to Rudy Gobert this season. I think this is Rudy Gobert's first DPOY actually. Followed up by Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, and Paul George. Side note, I think Joel Embiid defensively has become extremely underrated over these last couple years.
Oh, yeah. People try to dunk on the Embiid MVP argument so much, so they kind of like brush the defense to the side when an Embiid fan brings up defense. Joel Embiid, I know he has flat foot criticisms, but he's one of the better defenders in the NBA. Hell, I'd even argue the flat feet issue is because he's never fucking healthy.
Also, it's just the amount of offensive load he has to carry. I don't think he's been able to focus on the defensive side of the ball just solely since 2018 and 2019. So he's become underrated. But this season,
Rudy Gobert, here, by the way.
Yeah, no problem with Rudy Gobert this season. And Sixth Man of the Year, back to back, I believe. Yeah, back to back. Lou Will wins this award after averaging 23 points off the bench. Jesus Christ.
It's nothing I can do with that. There's nothing I can do with that, man. 23 off the bench.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
Closest player was EG with similar numbers, but just worse across the board. There's nothing I can do with that unless we were going to have like a Nas Reed kind of guy here. And mild spoiler, it's not here. It's Will Barton's, it's Fred's, it's Wayne Ellington's next.
I can't even imagine someone averaging 23 off the bench in today's league, bro. Like the most improved player this season, man, good times. 2018. Victor Oladipo. The guy that's let me not.
Nah. You got haters on me, ladies and gentlemen.
2018 Victor Oladipo, MVP D Rose. Bezos, go.
D Rose, man.
Oh, he
It was
switched.
It was a
He
different era,
switched.
man. It was a different
He
era.
switched.
Come
Nah,
on, man.
DQ. He had for years. 2022, 2023, even. I know it's a clip out there on this channel somewhere, let alone have we heard on the pod. He's been harping on Victor Oladipo over D Rose if they're both at their prime for years. He's switching up for a video.
2.4 steals is crazy now. Big Vic. That's my most improved at the very least, man. God.
My God, man. It's Vic.
Coach of the year this season went to Dwayne Casey, followed up by Quinn Snyder. Pretty close race. Then followed up by Brad Stevens. 2018?
2018, this is 18-19, right?
Nah, 17-18.
Oh, yeah, this is Dwayne. I got Dwayne Casey here. I remember the Jazz were like weirdly good, like top 3 both sides of the ball, but I'm not gonna lie, my bias is about to show crazy here. I just wasn't a fan of the Jazz in the sense of I kind of saw Fraud Watch, and then Donovan Mitchell was just different, but I kind of saw Fraud Watch in the sense of like, bro, when they play like an actual like comp team for real, bro, that defense is low-key gonna get overrated or anything like that. So me personally, this was like a kind of like an eye test thing. I was more impressed with Dwayne Casey's season. And even statistically and shit, there's an argument for Dwayne. But I was more impressed with Dwayne Casey the entire time. But shout out Quinn Snyder, because statistically speaking, he has a hell of a case.
Close race, obviously. I'm actually going with my guy, Brad Stevens, man. I can't lie. Because after Kyrie and Gordon, first of all, Gordon Hayward injury off rip, the way it happened, crazy shock. That's a crazy adjustment that you got to make. You went through all the training camp, training a certain way, and literally in the first possession of the game, boom, we got to change shit up. You know what I'm saying? We bringing in Kyrie is a big deal. That's a big piece to add to the team. Changing franchise players. And then you bring in a top 3 overall pick in Jason Tatum. And then midway through the season, Kyrie is now out for the rest of the season. And we all know what happened for the rest of the season. But for them to really not take a dip after Kyrie went down, I understand the narrative is the fact that, this team was better without Kyrie. But I just truly think that through great coaching, the right players stepped up, and Brad Stevens was phenomenal as a coach this season. So, yeah, I'm actually go Brad Stevens over here.
Oh, I misspoke. I got my seasons mixed up. My God. No, this was a season where the Jazz offense wasn't that good. Yeah, Dwayne runs away with it. Dwayne Casey had the Raptors as the 2nd best offense and the 5th best defense if you go by offensive and defensive rating. Dwayne Casey runs away with me. In this case, then
2017, Russell Westbrook gets the MVP this season. Very, very controversial. I think this is when the tides turned when it comes to the MVP discussion.
It for sure is. Ain't no.
And I think I think we were minimizing it at the time, but nah, I think it really did. Russell Westbrook won the MVP this season, averaging 32, 11, and 10. Followed by James Harden, who put up 29, 8, and 11. Very controversial. I think James Harden won like the Players MVP award at the award show or something, but Russell Westbrook obviously won the official award. Do you have a problem with Russell Westbrook winning this one?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If you were wanted to pull your trap card or whatever, I do think it's different. But this would be the one that you could get all pitchforky about. I had Harden win back then. I have Harden win right now. I think one, at some point, dog, all right, you do got to win games, man. Like James Harden just won that many more games to me. And then all while, it was, what was it, like 55 to 47 type shit? He won 8 more games, but then, like, the narrative carried. I'm not trying to hate Russ when I say this. I know I'm wearing a Laker jersey. Dog, I wish the best for Russ ever since he left. I just knew it weren't good with us. I say that to say 29, 8, and 11. He right there. He right there with him. It's just not 10 rebounds. If it was 10 rebounds, people would have seen that Harden had a better efficient year. Granted, Russ had 31 points. It's very impressive. But Harden had a more efficient year, won more games, and honestly, hey, I know the assists were close. Harden was dotting this year. Harden was dotting this year. So I had James Harden. I thought he was just like equally as impressive, but just getting less rebounds, to be very blunt. And then he didn't have the story time of KD stabbed me in the back. So that's why I went to OKC. I think it's very impressive that he still got 22 votes despite the world feeling that way. But I like over the years, I've become more accepting of Russ winning this award. 31, 10, and 10 is just 31, 10, and 10, dog. But I had Harden for years, and I don't think I'm switching up yet.
I think this is where I actually look inconsistent because I actually don't have a problem with Russ winning this award. But I've always said, like, yo, if there is one exception to the rule, that, like, I don't have a problem with Russ being the exception to the rule because 32-point triple-double, carrying the way that he did after what happened in the offseason as well. Like, he truly did not have a team built around him. Like, if y'all remember, bro, they brought in pieces just assuming KD was going to come back, and then he didn't come back, and then Russell Westbrook was just kind of stuck on an island, and he had to, do best of what he had. At the very least, James Harden had a team structured around him from the years prior that, like, was focused on, yo, James Harden is our guy. How do we maximize a team built around James Harden? Russell Westbrook had to put fucking bits and pieces together. So that's why I have so much respect for Russ this season. Yeah, I don't have a problem. And if that is me being inconsistent, it is me being inconsistent. He is the exception. That's the inconsistency. So
what I will say I'm shocked by, I learned something today. I thought LeBron was third. LeBron was fourth. I vividly remember, but granted, LeBron fans are louder than Kawhi fans. I vividly remember people saying, actually, fuck both of them. It goes to LeBron. I vividly remember that. And even looking at the numbers, I can see where they came from. But damn, I thought he was third. He's fourth. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, Kawhi was, because I think they won a fuck ton of wins, and they weren't the super team warriors, so you could still give him MVP votes. He was DPOY level on defense while still being really efficient on offense. 26 points on 50, close to 50, 40, 90. So
fun race, because even yo, what the hell? 2017 kind of gangster.
Yeah, man. 2017 was fun, dog. 2017 was fun. For me, Isaiah Thomas this season, kind of similar argument to Jalen Brunson this season, just like a really fun point guard to watch, small lefty point guard to watch that was like really explosive, really clutch as shit. Yeah, that was Isaiah Thomas for me. That this Knicks team actually reminds me a lot of the Celtics this season, but that's another side tangent. Rookie of the year went to Malcolm Brogdon.
Sorry, no.
I ain't gonna lie, this is the weakest rookie of the year race ever.
Yeah, no, seriously. Malcolm, if you see this, I have no disdain. I just said the trophy thing earlier because this one, dog, is objectively true. This rookie of the year race was kind of The third place guy, yeah, that guy was good. Too bad he didn't play. So like he got 23 first place votes because everybody was like, bruh. Like everybody was like, God damn, bro. But he didn't even deserve those 23 votes at all. I'll be very consistent there. He wasn't fucking there. He shouldn't have got these votes.
Yeah, and then Dario Saric was pushing P with 13 and 6 on bat efficiency.
Like, bro, come on, man.
A lot of great players did come from that draft. It's just they were relatively late bloomers. Yeah, not year one. And then DPOY this season finally went to Draymond Green, followed by Rudy, followed by Kawhi, and then Robert Covington. Yes.
Hi, everyone's favorite 2K player for years, man. Easy jump shot, badges. He could protect the rim while at the same time guarding the perimeter. Gold clamps and silver rim protector. But nah, Draymond deserved one. I know that sounds Mick, but honestly, I had him winning this year anyway. So it is what it is.
Yeah, Draymond deserved one. Again, if you wanted to go Rudy, that's fair, that's fine. But Draymond specifically was getting like all-time great defensive talks and being the anchor of an all-time great defense as well. So any argument that you have for Rudy in future years, that was kind of Draymond this season as well. Sixth man of the year was Eric Gordon, as he was a sixth man to the 2017 Rockets, followed by Andre Iguodala, sixth man to the 2017 Warriors, and then Lou Will and Eric Gordon were on the same team. So that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's why I had Andre Iguodala. You kind of stole my big brain play. I literally had Andre Iguodala because I was like, he's had a good bench. So I'm not gonna lie. Like, I understand we hate the Warriors, but yeah, I mean it was a close race. Look at it. It's nothing. It is what it is. But I had Andre Iguodala there. I think he meant a fuck ton more to his team than Eric Gordon may have meant to Houston, and that may hurt some feelings, but it is what it is.
Man, fuck that. That's 8 points, dog. Now let me chill. I'm gonna go Eric Gordon because from what I remember of the season, like that starting lineup was just defenders and shooters. defenders and shooters, and James Harden and Clint Capella. Shooters in that starting lineup, it was Pat Bev, which is not a shot creator. He's just a shooter, 3-and-D point guard at the end of the day, I feel like. And then Trevor Ariza, and then fucking Ryan Anderson and Clint Capella. They needed a shot creator off the bench, and I think Eric Gordon was the biggest reason as to why they won 55. Well, next to James Harden, obviously, but the second biggest reason as to why they won 55 games. So most improved went to Giannis. After averaging 23, 9, and 5, 2 blocks and a steal. I think he leaped from, was it like a 13 point per game season? 17. He leaped from 17 all the way up to this. And then second was actually Nikola Jokic, and then Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, this is where kind of similar conversation where you either go with the guy that was kind of like an afterthought player to like, oh, now this guy's a hooper, because Jokic had like 10 or 9 points his rookie season. But no, I go Giannis here because we saw it. We saw that this guy might end up being a fucking problem. He's averaging 5 assists. He's still a good defender, and now he's scoring with ease. Yeah, this guy might be a real fucking deal. That was this. Yeah. I'm not gonna say a runaway, but this is kind of like back to what we were saying earlier in the video. I definitely had Giannis here.
And then Coach of the Year this season was Mike D'Antoni, followed by Eric Spoelstra, and then I don't even know what the Heat did this season. It was Mike D'Antoni. Steve Kerr wasn't getting that shit. So. Yeah.
Steve Kerr wasn't getting it. Pop wasn't getting it. And at that point, even though Pop had 61 wins, shout out Pop. And then at that point, I was just hella impressed with what Mike D'Antoni was doing in Houston. You got to remember, this was in 2017, right?
Yeah.
Season prior, they were not good at all. And this Rockets team, like, overnight was looking like world beaters with a roster that, name-wise, you wouldn't be that impressed for this era, at least. I got Mike D'Antoni all day.
2016, Steph Curry. Come on.
All right, next. Shout out LeBron, Kawhi. Next.
Rookie of the Year, Kitty Cat Towns. Damn, he won unanimous too?
Next. And it was deserved. Again, Rookie of the Year, we've been skimming over. It's not really the efficiency stat. It's kind of a Zibes and volumes. And then you met Cat, who low-key we don't talk about because it's not S tier. And one of the best rookie seasons I've seen, 18 and 10. It's right there. It's crazy.
You remember the Cat hype, bro, when he first came in?
Yes, bro.
The who would you build a franchise around question.
Shit, I gotta watch how I said yes, bro, because he got the yes thing going on. But no, all serious aside, yeah, we were talking about, yo, Cat
or Giannis. I remember having a podcast specifically with Lowe, and he was on Giannis' side, so he didn't get me there. But I was on Cat's side, dog. Like a 5-man who could shoot and create the way that he was, being an elite rebounder as well.
And then he was showing that he had, like, because at the time, I was an Okafor guy. He was showing that he could post up a little bit like Jaleel as well. And we were all like, okay, if Cat learned how to play defense, it's over. Then fuck around, all along, he learned how to play defense. But, nah, Karl Anthony Towns' rookie season was very, very, very hyped.
Yeah, even Porzingis, that shit died down, but I just don't think he was built to be a number. None of these, aside from fucking Jokic, but none of these dudes were just built to be a number one. Their skill sets were better fit as a 2 or a 3, and we're seeing
Devin Booker
now. Devin Booker. Yeah. Shout out D-Book, man. He's being left out of a lot of conversations now, dog. Everyone.
Fourth in MVP. Fourth in Rookie of the Year. God damn, D-Book.
D-Book, man. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I can't say that. The Zach LaVine of shooting guards? Nah, crazy.
Get him. We got him. Got him. Go.
Chat, that don't even make sense. Zach LaVine is a shooting guard. Come on, dog. The Zach LaVines of Kobe Bryant's, like, all right. Yo. DPOY this season was Kawhi Leonard, followed by Draymond. It's a toss-up to me.
Yeah, I actually had Dre this season. I ain't gonna cap, but I understood Kawhi. I think it's a 2-man race, though. I don't know how someone picked us on.
I think this was still a period in time where people weren't really valuing defensive versatility as much as we do now. So it was either you were clamps on the perimeter or just an elite rim protector. That was it. Like, defensive versatility wasn't that big of a deal. So, but in hindsight, yeah, I probably should have went to Draymond, honestly.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to act like I was the smartest guy in fucking 2016. But I definitely was looking at Draymond Green be able to guard centers at time, guard the point guard and anything in between whenever Clay wasn't good enough a defender. And I was like, oh, yeah, this guy's busting his ass. And then with Hassan Whiteside, I know someone's going to bring up the blocks per game. Dog, me and my friend, we really talked about it. He was sending shots out of bounds. If it weren't a snatch block, it was out of bounds. I'm like, man, he just resetting the shot clock. Fuck this guy. I don't know what it is. There's a little hate take. I'm trolling, but nah, I didn't think all of that of it.
Maybe you're underrating Prime Kawhi, though, defensively. Because I just remember the gawk around Kawhi.
Oh, no,
this
Kawhi
time,
was like that. Kawhi was like that, yeah.
Sixth man of the year went to Jamal Crawford. Some might say the greatest sixth man of all time. Followed by Andre Iguodala and then Enos Freedom.
Was he cancer at this point? He was cancer back then.
Yeah, this is Enos cancer, man.
Ooh, I never paid attention to this race back then, so I don't want to say no bullshit.
Yeah, I never really.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention here, so this is a live voting. I mean, Jamal probably means a ton more to that Clippers team, though. I can't look at the efficiency of Jamal Crawford in this case, but then Cancer kind of got a bucket. I'd go between Jamal, Iggy. I'm leaning towards Iggy because I'm more nostalgic towards Iggy. That's kind of unfair, but I wouldn't be mad at. I'm not mad at Jamal Crawford winning because he's obviously more important in terms of, hey, somebody got to put the ball in the basket when Chris Paul's not doing it, type shit. So
I'm going Evan Turner. He won me a fantasy basketball league because he dropped the triple-double like the last game of the season, man. So my vote, my sixth man of the year.
Oh, my
Evan
God.
Turner. He won me a league, dog. So.
The nastiest agenda push I have heard.
And I won
today.
by like 1.2, man. Shout out Evan Turner. Most improved was CJ McCollum this season, averaging 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Little did we know he will never improve more than that. Now let me chill. That's Dixon.
Oh yeah, we getting to that point where the recording getting a little long. Nigga saying anything? Oh yeah,
Did he get
man.
any better than this? Come on.
My answer is CJ McCollum, but I just want to highlight that Steph Curry was so fucking good this year that despite 2015 happening, he was like, damn, might be Curry again. This shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, he went from 5 points his rookie season, 7 points his rookie season, all the way to 21 points. Kind of similar to the Kobe White discussion, but in terms of like superstar leaps or like good to great leaps, no one really did that. Maybe outside of Kemba.
And I don't think Kemba's numbers are good enough for that.
Yeah, Kemba went from 17 points to 21 points. It was an improvement, but not big enough. So, yeah, CJ should have ran away with it. Honestly, next to Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry should have been 2, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. The more I'm reflecting, I think Curry got hold in second place. I genuinely will argue Stephen Curry is number 2.
Coach of the year this season went to Steve
Yes,
Kerr.
he got layup line. Look at it. Look at it. Like, there is a giraffe in the fucking aquarium right now. Like, what the hell is that?
It was close though. I'm looking at the voting. What the Trailblazers do?
Because the Blazers weren't that good. CJ McCollum being an improved player. Damian Lillard kind of was like, oh, it might be Dame time. And they won 44 games.
Yeah, that shit weak. Next up, we got the 2015 season. Stephen Curry won MVP this season. This was the first 67-win team for the Golden State Warriors. The come out party, one might say, for Steph Curry. And honestly, also kind of the come out party for James Harden in MVP talks, as he came in second as well after averaging 27, 7, and 6. Curry averaged 24, 8, and 4. Me personally, I think this went to the rightful winner. I think this season is actually one of the seasons where y'all should actually look at per 36 numbers, because with how much the Warriors were blowing out teams, his stats just didn't look good enough, bro.
Yeah. Curry was sitting
look
down.
at it. Like, he's averaging 32.7 points a game. And in those 32.7, he's averaging 24, 8, and 4 with 2 steals on this efficiency. If he was actually playing 36 minutes a game, we can actually look at the rate he was producing.
The hypothetical stat.
At the rate he was producing, if he did play 36 minutes, he would have put up 26 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. So put that up against what James Harden put up, and I don't think we'd be having any questions, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't try to pull a gotcha on me, because I would have just hit you with an Uno reverse trap card, but you didn't. So I'll just say plainly for any person that had Harden here, statistically, fine, cool, I guess. I don't see it. Curry was just better than him. And I don't know what to tell you. Curry was just straight up better than James Harden on the winning team with better numbers. I don't really think it's a discussion. I see where you're coming from, and I think you're wrong.
Rookie of the year this season went to Wiggins of Andrew. Yeah.
Type shit.
No complaints there. Nikola Mirotic, where are you now? I think he's actually good in the early, so I don't want to disrespect him.
Yeah. I'm about to say he left the league too early.
Yeah, but he loves it in Spain or wherever he's playing at.
Oh, yeah. Do what you live once, gang. Do you.
And then DPOY, again, Kawhi and Draymond were going back and forth. And Draymond actually won the first place votes argument, but in terms of points won, by a lot. But in terms of points won, it ended up going to Kawhi Leonard, and then DeAndre Jordan as well. It was really close between these three. Should have been AD. Now let me chill.
Should have been AD in third position. Let me stop. But I had Draymond. So I would have been 46. I definitely had Draymond this year. Warriors coming out party is crazy because this is a point in time where Clay's solid. Yeah, Clay good, but he weren't like pull your shorts up. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, Clay. And maybe that's just because I wasn't, as heavy as a basketball fan. I might be spouting bullshit there. If I am, sorry, y'all. But at this point, I thought, Draymond is backpacking outside of Andrew Bogut. There's Andrew Bogut right there. Being said, but then look at the defensive rating as well, even though Kawhi is like right there. So, hey, it's one of the two.
My question at this point is, though, and I would like to hear your answer on this, is just, do you think it should just be about first place votes when it comes to these awards? Because you having the most first place votes
and losing is like a kick to the dick, bro. And I know you're gonna say no Diddy, but that's how I'd fucking feel. Like if I had more, think how Draymond feels about this. That's probably why he said what he said. A couple of years later, or not years later, a couple of months ago, he talked about this award. He had more. I didn't know he had more first place votes by this margin. He had more first place votes and lost.
So the reason why he lost was probably because
people went Draymond, Kawhi. So those people that went DeAndre Jordan and then went Kawhi fucked them up. That's crazy. Ooh, I might say, I might have a scorcher, but it's irresponsible. It's on the spot. It's a conversation to be had. I know. Comment below. That's actually a fantastic question. Comment below. But I could see why you say first place should just, whoever has the most first place votes gets it, because that's tough.
Yeah. Again, I just feel like at this point, people didn't really grasp the importance of versatility, because everyone was like, hey, you either a lamp on the outside or a lamp on the inside. So no one really got the value of a Draymond Green, but this was a step in the right direction, though. He just got fucking robbed. I'm going to say, this is actually probably the first robbery of this video. Sixth man of the year went to Lou Will again. Jesus Christ.
That guy's good.
Followed by Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I had him.
Remember this season, man.
This Kings trade?
Yeah, this was Suns trade. Suns trade. We got Isaiah Thomas from the Suns. I think Isaiah Thomas would have won it if he just played the whole season the way that he did. Is just small sample size, essentially. But the way he was our best player coming off the bench. Like, y'all forget about that? Isaiah Thomas's first season, he was our best player coming off the bench, and he turned around the season, because I don't think we were supposed to make the playoffs that year, and then when he came around, we just fucking took off. But for the whole season, I'm not mad at Lou Will, but I'm going with my guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lou Will, but nah, that's actually very fucking true, because I have a ton of Celtics fans that fell in love with IT this year.
Most improved went to Jimmy Butler, followed by Draymond Green, and then Rudy Gobert.
This is 100% oh shit, Draymond's really, really good at defense year. The Warriors finally exist, even though they were really, in my opinion, good in 2013 when they started showing up. But Jimbo got this. Jimbo got this all day, every day.
Yeah, Jimmy went from 13 points a game to 20 points a game. He became like the good to great leap that we're talking about. He became an all-star. And honestly, some might even argue best player on the best team type of caliber dude, because a lot of y'all really think like if Derrick Rose wasn't injured, or not if Derrick Rose wasn't injured, if LeBron James doesn't hit that game winner in like game 3, the Bulls would have went to the finals, and they would have faced an inexperienced Warriors team and would have won. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Jimmy that year. Next up for Coach of the Year, Mike Budenholzer won it this season, followed by Steve Kerr. This was the Atlanta Hawks apex of their franchise.
Good times. Good. You know what? Let's get this to the Hawks. It could have been Kerr. I'm going to get this one to the Hawks, man. Good times.
Yeah, man. Finally made it out of mediocrity, man. I like that. I like that. Give Mike Budenholzer that award. 2014. God. Sage, where were you in 2014? What grade were you?
Ooh, what grade was I? I was in high school. Still ain't had a hug since 2nd grade, so there was that. But I was on the sneaky. I was in my sneaky bullshit arc. Too shy to tell the class joke, but if the teacher called on me, I'd say something stupid every now and then. I was that kind of student, you know. I was the one that was at the fight, but I wasn't fighting. I was there. That was me.
You were the same dude.
Yeah, I was in the cut. It took my junior year. I kind of had a little breakout, and then senior year, I didn't give a fuck about high school, so I reset in college. But that's besides the point, man. Where was you, bro?
I was a freshman in high school, I think, 2014. Now, is that gonna put me in unk territory for some of y'all? Yes, because some of y'all were actually born in 07.
Yes, yeah. Some of you niggas, man. Look, I don't know what's a bigger roast at this point. You niggas calling people that were in high school by this year old, or you niggas being in fucking middle school now. Like what the fuck?
Bro, not that motherfuckers born in 07 or 17. Ew. Ew. What the fuck?
Niggas nostalgic, not for SpongeBob, but Gumball. Oh, shit. I was like, let me stop. I fuck with Gumball, too, but like.
Peak Disney for them was Austin and Ally? Whoa.
Yeah, like, what? Ew. Niggas grew up on. Hey, Souls. Niggas grew up with Sweet Life.
On deck!
Niggas don't know about the Tipton.
Motherfucker talking about Girl Meets World. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. Y'all are gross.
Niggas' favorite fairy from Fairly Odd Parents was
Poof!
Oh!
Y'all are gross. Y'all are gross. 2014, Kevin Durant wins MVP this season, followed by LeBron, and then Blake Griffin, and then Joakim Noah. I think KD honestly got robbed of a unanimous this year. Can't lie.
That's crazy because the short, you definitely got fried for not ranking it like S tier or something. And I was trying to go to war with you in the comment section, but I do agree with your sentiment right now. Yeah, nah. LeBron was fantastic. LeBron's always fantastic. If this was best player in the world voting, LeBron would have got it. But nah, it's not how that works, man. Kevin Durant was, my God. I mean, I know we're normalized to these numbers in 2024, but for 2014, 32 on 50. What? And then he's shooting threes? Huh? Nah. Katie had a crazy season this year, bro.
And Russ was injured. And they didn't have James Harden, so he really didn't have that second. I think his second star was like Reggie Jackson for a majority of the season. So yeah, no, KD was on some bullshit timing. I fuck with that. Rookie of the year went to MCW. Victor Oladipo.
Damn, I guess I was dumb. All right, this is really exposed that I didn't watch the draft, and hence why I stopped talking about drafts, because I was a Jaleel Okafor guy, and the year prior I was an MCW guy, man. I was, bro. I believed in Tim Hardaway too, and at least Tim Hardaway's good. But nah, I mean, he deserves this award, even though I thought he peaked game one. But the race, look at it. If there was something to rival the Malcolm Brogdon race outside of hype for Victor Oladipo, it's this one.
This might actually be worse. I can't lie.
Yeah, like statistically, this is worse. The argument is, does Victor Oladipo have more moxie than the race from I forgot what the year was.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't pick the wrong winner. I mean, at the end of the day, 17, 6, 6, and 2. That's not bad for a rookie, even in hindsight. Like if a rookie came into today's league, even with this efficiency, 17, 6, and 6, 2 steals, okay.
Like if this was Scoot, we'd be like, okay, all right, Scoot.
So I'm not mad at that. DPOY went to Joakim Noah, and then Roy Hibbert, and then DeAndre Jordan, Serge.
Actually, no, friend of the show, Big Roy, never the little one. Put Roy in there, man. Roy should have got one.
Yeah, man. Big Roy definitely should have got one. I can't lie. Give him one, man. That's Indiana's finest. Come on, dog.
I say, shout out Hibbert, man. We need to have you back on the show, gang.
Sixth man of the year went to Jamal Crawford, followed by Taj Gibson. Yeah.
Damn, now that's a fucking name. And I actually do like Taj Gibson as the sixth man on the Bulls, too.
Probably should have
I gotta go
Manu,
Jamal.
man. I can't lie.
Yeah, I gotta go Jamal personally. I do hear Manu, because Manu is just like what we look for in 2024 and shit. Relative to era, though, the bucket off the bench, 19 points. I'll go Jamal here. But man, I was a Taj Gibson fan, bro. I thought the Bulls' depth was underrated, and he was part of that.
Yeah, even looking at the six-man race now, I do like the fact that we've evolved past just, hey, who the fuck is averaging more points off the bench?
Because, yeah, like nowadays, nobody would even sit here and say Jamal Crawford. Like, if you put this in front of somebody that's only been watching basketball from 2019 on, they'd be like, how did he win?
Yeah.
like, how did he actually win this award? What the fuck is
It'd be
wrong
like
with
Bogey winning this year type shit. But Bogey was
Right.
like 5th or 6th. So yeah, I'm going Manu on this one. I'm going Manu on this one in hindsight. And then most improved went to Goran Dragic after he played for the Phoenix Suns, followed by Lance Stevenson, Anthony Davis, Gerald Green. Wow, these are some names.
AD, his rookie season, 13.5 points, 1.8 blocks, solid efficiency, but, you know, he was attempting 10 shots a game. He attempts 5 more shots, averages an entire block, gets 2 more boards, and averages 7 more points. Oh my God, AD, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of crazy. You telling me that boy on both sides of the ball became pretty damn elite?
I think people back then just didn't respect the rookie to sophomore jump. It's kind of like the Luka argument, like why Luka didn't win it. But in terms of like improvement, it probably should have been AD if we're just looking at improvement from a standpoint. From that standpoint. But Goran went from 15
It's a bigger
to
scoring
20.
league than Goran.
He actually averaged less assists, so that is interesting. Became way more efficient though, 50-41. I'm gonna go Goran, but kind of a weak race in my opinion. In the grand scheme.
Yeah,
of
because
things.
Lance Stevenson being 2 is there. And that's just because Lance went from like who to Lance Stevenson.
And then Coach of the Year in 2013 went to Greg Popovich, actually. Greg Popovich, followed by Jeff Hornacek. This was Phoenix's coach at that time, for those who don't know. And then Tom Thibodeau.
I think at some point I have to award you for stomping the league. At some point, all right, you got 62 wins, and everybody else was talking about, yeah, it's Brooks with 59, but we know why he had 59. Granted, injuries there, so actually Scott Brooks might have got a little underrated there. But nobody really respected them. They just kind of went Katie there. I'm going to go Pop, but let me double check something in terms of Jeff, because I will concede. I know the Suns were bad, but I don't know how bad.
I don't think the Spurs were stomping enough for me to give it a Pop. I would probably give it to Jeff Hornacek, because this was, if you don't remember.
Oh,
this
the
was
Suns were
Goran,
15th seed.
Yeah, this was the Goran, Eric Bledsoe, Isaiah Thomas team, I believe.
Oh,
and
shit.
They didn't make the playoffs, but in the West, at that time, a 48-win team didn't make the playoffs.
They had 25 wins the year. Yo, that's what I'm saying. I knew the Suns were bad. I said that. Don't type it up. I said that. I knew they were bad. I didn't know they were 25 win to 48. Yeah, I gotta go, Jeff.
Oh, actually, this wasn't the Isaiah Thomas year, but nevertheless, that was like, if we're talking about overachieving.
Nah, that's great. Yeah, I gotta go, Jeff. At some point, dog, damn, like we're talking about coaching, bro. That shit. Them niggas won 23 more games and almost made the playoffs. The only reason they didn't make the playoffs because in the West.
Yeah, no, that goes to Jeff.
Yeah, that gotta go to Jeff. That gotta go to Jeff, man.
He got robbed. He got robbed just because they didn't make it to the playoffs, which
he got robbed because he didn't make the playoffs, and he got robbed because it's the Suns versus Spurs.
But nevertheless, man, those are the last 10 NBA season awards that we just fixed. I'm gonna be honest, we didn't agree with everything, but I was just a little bit surprised with how much I was like,
I promise you, and when we have these recordings, sometimes you can tell if we're getting tired or anything like that. If we take a snap and bam, we're in new clothes type shit. But seriously, this video, I felt like our energy was up the whole time. We're just sitting there like, this isn't that bad. So maybe we just, at the end of the day, as fans, harp on who raises the trophy a bit too much. At the end of the day, we said this in the last MVP video or awards video as well. Dog, I just care if the right names are on the list. I care if, like, in 2014, we acknowledge that, yo, I think LeBron averaged 27, 6, and 6. That's all I care about. I'm not going to act like 2014 Bron was trash because Katie won the award. You feel me? At the end of the day, it's all about personal votes. I just hope the people that are voting are
watching the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I feel like you gotta pick a person pool to vote. It's either gonna be media members, NBA players, or the fans. And I'm gonna keep it a stack in terms of who looks at the game in the most objective lens possible. I'm sorry, that still probably goes to media members because it is their job to cover the sport. They have time to watch as many games, and it's not just casuals that are voting on the shit, and it's also not players who are gonna be extremely biased towards their teams, their favorite players, their fucking friends, their friends.
You do, yeah, let me be clear. You do not want players dominating this award. NFL Top 100 is a flagrantly obvious reason. For souls, if you don't know, NFL Top 100 is 100% players, and it's always some bullshit. It's always some, you just think this nigga's a, quote, dog, and that's it. Man,
Yeah, and even legends, like, again, legends, if you want Dr. J's old ass voting for MVP when you know for a fact he does not watch these games because he needs his sleep, like, what are we doing, dog? If you think Shaq actually watches all these games when there's literally stories about him not watching the games on Inside the NBA while he's on the job. With that being said, W video, if y'all like this video right here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you haven't. Watch this video right here where we did a Kobe and Jason Tatum swap. Yeah.
You'll be surprised who comes out the victor. Is that a spoiler? I don't know. This video was unintentionally long, and I'm still dragging the outro. Bye.